Great to be 1-0 and really proud of how we finished. Obviously, game we would love to have played better in the first half, but I'm not going to apologize for winning either. I think Western Carolina played a hard-fought game. I thought defensively we didn't tackle well in the first half. Gave up some third downs that we usually don't. Offensively, didn't convert on some drives. Went forward on fourth down twice and didn't get it. And so there was some frustration there. We came in 14-14 and really love how we responded. I thought third quarter, even though there wasn't a lot of points, we had the ball for 8 minutes on the opening drive, got a field goal, took a lead, and then came alive, in the fourth quarter. And I was proud of our guys for that. I thought Casey really had a great game offensively and sparked this. I was proud of Jordan Waters responding because I don't think he played well in the first half and really responded. And that was great to see. And that's what you look for, And then some veteran players, Davin Van made a big play, and you lean on guys when you need them. And it was good to see Grayson in there, and I know he's going to talk to you guys in a minute and finally got to get tackled in the first time in a year, so that probably felt good for him. But, winning's hard, and being 1-0 is great, having a couple days to recover and to get ready to go play in Charlotte against Tennessee. Any questions?
Raise your hand for questions for Coach Doeren. Rob McLean, go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, do you think the fourth quarter was maybe some attrition? You guys were able to wear them down. How do you think that shook out when you guys were able to play?
Well, it helped. We threw the ball for 38 minutes, time of possession, I think. And so, time of possession helps. Their rotation on defense, probably being an FCS program, probably wore them down, I would think, going in the fourth quarter. I also think our guys woke up a little bit and just started playing better. That's why you play games, man. You got to go out there and learn where you're at. And there were some nerves, a lot of new players in the program probably, and a lot to learn from. But we stressed the fourth quarter. I mean, that's something that every day in practice we talk about being finishers, and I thought that was something I was very proud of tonight.
Ryan Murphy, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, I wondered if you could talk about the game you thought Grayson had. It seemed like there were probably a couple throws you'd like to have back, but overall, did you think he performed pretty well?
Yeah, I do. I think he hit it on the head, and I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing. There were some balls that, if he would have put a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, would have been completions, and some of them potentially big gains. But he played a good football game. Kept drives alive, used his feet, protected the football. Had the one pick early, and after that, I thought he settled in and played a good football game. But I know he's going to watch it, and his accuracy is one of his strengths, and so that'll be something that he'll continue to improve.
Noah, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Casey kind of seemed like he was the offense for part of the first half. Did you anticipate, as many targets as he got early on, or is it kind of just what the game, gave the offense as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, some of it's progressions, and we wanted to get him the football. Obviously, on the plays we flipped it to him on and things like that. But some of them are progression reads, and, they were trying to cover him with the guy one-on-one at times, and we're going to win that matchup. And I think when we have one-on-ones in the slot, you're going to see him catch a lot of passes. And there was a couple times they did, play over-under on him and double him, and you saw the ball go to other people. Justin Jolie had some big catches for us in the game as well, and we did get to spread the ball around a little bit. It was good to see Terrell Anderson have a catch. Noah Rogers had a couple catches. Wesley Grimes had a catch. So we were able to get the ball in several people's hands.
Jaden, go ahead.
I know entering the game we talked about headsets, the iPads, and everything. How much did that impact your game plan later, as things progressed, or did it really at all?
No, it did. I think the biggest thing is when you get to the sideline, you know exactly what happened. There isn't the question and answer portion of the show is over. You hit the button, you get to see that this guy didn't get it done, or their guy beat us, or we did a really good job doing this, and here's how they're playing us in coverage. I thought the iPads were really advantageous, and it's the same for both teams, obviously. you should probably ask the players about the headset, how that impacted them. I did hear the coaches talking to them throughout the game, and there's not nice things that you can do when you're giving your quarterback, your linebacker some tips based on down and distance and some things that might happen. But I thought it went smooth.
Griffin, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you've mentioned leaning on players and also moving the ball around today. Were you prepared to lean as heavily on certain players like Waters or KC, and then how do you feel like they responded today?
Both responded well. You never know going into a game. I mean, you have your game plan, but you know that when you get in it, there's going to be things that happen. And you just got to see. And I wanted to see a lot. I wanted to see a lot of these players, how they'd respond to a game day. I hadn't had 42 of these guys in a game before. And so seeing how, being down in a game, being up in a game, whatever it might be, how they're going to respond. And so, like I said, I thought we learned a lot as the game went on and guys grew.
And last question from Coach will come from David Hale.
Hey, Dave. I'm curious how much you think the defense was impacted when Caden went out early with the flag. And then as a quick follow-up, Jihad, what his availability might be in the future?
Yeah. Caden's one of our better players. Not having him hurts the defense. There's no doubt about it. And you'll get to see him, obviously, as the season goes on. He's a physical presence in the run game. He's a guy that plays really, really hard. He's tough. He's got good leadership skills. So not having him in the middle hurt. There's no question about it. As far as Jihad goes, we felt like Jihad could go in this game, but we also know that we've got a stretch coming up here, and he wasn't 100%. And so our plan is to have him ready. I think he could have played tonight, but I think having him 100% for these next couple games is more important. So you'll see him against Tennessee in games to come. Thank you, guys.
Coach
Yes, thank you.
Griffin, go ahead.
Hey, Grayson. Before the game, I was talking to a couple of freshman students, and they were saying the most excited they were today was to see you, and I just wanted to know what it's like to kind of already be on that pedestal and how you live up to that expectation.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. A lot of people talk about we have the best fans in the country, and I got to see that tonight. Great atmosphere, really good environment, fun to play in Carter Finley for sure. I don't think I showed them my best tonight. Lot to improve on, lot to work on, but happy that we were able to come away with one.
Noah, go ahead.
Hey, Grayson, how would you just assess, game one at NC State? What was it like, I guess, finding KC? It seemed like he was open a lot in the first half. You were able to find him.
Yeah, I mean, Casey's a really good player. He finds a way to get open, and when you get him the ball, good things happen. I think we just came out really slow, started slow. They were doing some things defensively that we weren't exactly prepared for, so I had to make some adjustments at halftime. I don't think I played my best ball. First time, being out there in a while with me not playing the whole back half of the season last year. So it was good to just get out there again. And like I said, don't think we played our best, but happy that we came away with a win.
Jaden, go ahead.
Grayson, I asked Coach, but from your perspective, how do you think the in-helmet communication and the whole, iPad stuff went for y'all, and how did that impact how you played down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good thing to have, especially when a defense is doing a lot of different things. You go out, you go on the sideline after drives and are able to get on the iPad and see exactly what they're doing. And I think the in-helmet communication was really good. Everything went smooth tonight.
David, go ahead.
Hey, Grayson, I'm curious. You mentioned the back half of the last season. Obviously, your last game ended in a concerning and scary fashion. What was sort of your emotions going into this one? Did you have any nerves? And what did it feel like to actually get back out on their field and play another game of football?
Yeah, I think week one, really any football game for me, I have a little bit of nerves going into it. It didn't have anything to do with my injury last year. I felt confident that I was going to go out there and play fast and protect myself. So really no worries from there. Just, week one, a little bit of nerves, getting out there for the first time in a while. Didn't think I played my best ball, but happy to, obviously be out there and play 4 quarters of football, get the win, and able to go in tomorrow and watch the tape, and a lot to get better from. So an opportunity for me to grow and get ready for next week.
And the last question for Grayson will come from Ethan.
Hey, Grayson, in your opinion,
what helped the offense start to put it together in the fourth quarter and get those 21 unanswered points?
Yeah, we just reset at halftime. Really brought the guys together, made some adjustments, and just came together. Reset. First game came out slow. Maybe first game jitters for a lot of guys. We played a really good football team tonight. They're FCS team. They did some really good things defensively and offensively, and played some good football. So we just kind of had to reset at halftime, make some adjustments, and come out and play good football.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Hey, Davin. Obviously, Caden went out of the game pretty early. What was it like, I guess, for you to see a young, a guy like Jalen Parker, who hasn't played a lot on the defense, step up in that role?
I think JP did a good job stepping in the way he did. Losing Caden hurt us a little bit, of course. Having our number one Mike go down hurts, but I think JP did a really good job of stepping in and knowing what he needed to do and playing very fast as the way he did. So I think he did a good job.
Go ahead, Jaden.
Davin, y'all obviously stepped on the gas in the fourth quarter. First three were not necessarily your best work. What changed, and how do you take what happened in the fourth and move forward with that, as opposed to what happened in the beginning?
Yeah, I think we just started off slow. I think, just the first game nerves. I think that, there were a few things that we came out prepared for them to run, and they didn't really do quite what we were prepared for. But I think it was just, really just the first game nerves and just starting. We started off slow, but moving forward, I think that we got to attack every quarter with the fourth quarter mentality the way we did today.
And Brian Murphy, you'll have the last question for Davin.
Yeah, Davin, is there some sense of relief getting through this game? Obviously, maybe a little tougher game than you expected, but to get that first game sort of out of the way, you guys obviously have a lot of a big game next week, some bigger games down the road. Is there sort of a sense of relief to get that one on film and move on from that?
I mean, I guess I would say so. I mean, it's nice being 1-0. They were a really good football team. They came out and played physical. But yeah, I think just being 1-0, we're happy with that, and we're just looking forward on moving forward.
Thanks, Davin.
Thank
Jalen
you.
Parker.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Jaden, go ahead.
Jalen, you've been with this program for a while. What was it like to, have such a big impact on a significant game today?
Well, it was just, I'm just glad to have the opportunity to be out there with the guys. Guys like Aiden, Betty, Sean, Davin, guys who I came in with and came in after me. Just to share a moment like this with them, it means a lot to me. I appreciate them for trusting me be out there with them tonight as well.
Noah, go ahead.
And Jalen, what kind of mindset do you have to have, obviously not never going to play as many snaps as you did tonight, with Caden, having to leave the game early, how do you kind of make the adjustment of, all right, I'm here to play, and you play as many snaps as you did?
Well, in our room, Betty's been saying it all summer. No matter what happens, we can't have a drop-off. Always the next man mentality. So I just used that tonight and try to play my best ball, play fast, play physical, and play inside our game plan tonight.
Noah, go ahead.
Here you got the opportunity to play and practice with Peyton Wilson. What did you learn from him last season that you're able to take into this year?
Well, when you get your chance, make sure that you're around the ball. I want to make sure I was around the ball tonight. Coach Doeren says when we make a snapshot, he wants to see how many guys are around the ball. So I just want to make sure I was around the ball and made as many tackles as I could tonight.
Jaden, go ahead.
Gavin said he thought some of the inconsistencies on y'all's side of the ball came from, some nerves, first time for some guys being on the field. Do you agree with that, or kind of what's your thoughts there?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Betty and Sean had to calm me down. My coaches pulled me to the side and just told me to breathe, just relax. I was a little timid at first, but as the game progressed, I could say that my nerves and things calmed down for sure.
All right, Noah will have the last question for Jalen.
Jalen, what was the change once Caden went out? Obviously, he has the headset in his helmet. So what was kind of the change with that once he was off the field?
Once Caden got off the field, we had Sean. We've been working with multiple guys this fall camp having the headset just in case anything happened. So I think we were prepared for whoever was not out there to call it. So we were prepared, and we did successful with it tonight as well.
Thanks, Jalen.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. All
Hello? Oh, my fault.
right, questions for KC?
My head look a little crazy.
Go
right now.
ahead.
Hey, Casey.
What's up with you?
How much of this is carryover from last year? Do you feel like?
I felt like last year, at the end of the season, we had kind of went on a run, and I just wanted to make sure that this year there was no drop off, and I'm only trying to do better than what I did last year.
Thank you.
Noah, go ahead.
Hey, Casey, what was kind of working for you in the first half? It seemed like they were able to find you a bunch, and you were the only receiver that could really, find a rhythm in that first half.
I would just say my mindset. If nobody else is gonna do it, then it might as well be me. So I would say that's what helped me. But just my teammates also talking to me, giving me confidence throughout the game. Me giving them confidence throughout the game. So yes, sir.
Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, I have two questions, sir. First of all, you scored 3 touchdowns, and then in the back end of the game, Jordan kind of picked it up and he scored the 2. How nice was it for you to see a teammate able to seal the deal, close it off, help him get the win?
It was very nice. Jordan, he got off to a slow start, but I'm always trying to give confidence to guys. I'm always trying to pick guys heads up. So throughout the whole entire game, I was just telling them to just play like itself. Play like itself. It's gonna come. I mean, we done seen Jordan do some amazing things. So I felt like once those nerves got up out of his system, he was ready to go.
What did the message that the coaches convey to you after this game, to the team, I should say, not just you, after the game, and where's the growth potential for you guys looking ahead to next week?
I would say the coach's message is that we have a whole bunch of work to do. I mean, obviously we were expecting a blowout, but every single game is not going to be a blowout. We saw things that we had to work on. We saw things that we can fix. We also saw some things that were going good. So going into next week, we can work on those things that didn't go well, and we can continue to work on those things that went well today.
All right, and the last question will come from Ethan.
Ethan, my guy, was good.
What's up, KC?
Not much,
You
man.
obviously
Chilling.
had so much success as a true freshman, and y'all had a few true freshman wide receivers playing tonight. So I was just wondering if you had any words of advice for Keenan or Jonathan or Terrell going into their first years here.
I would just say always stay confident. I mean, there's times in a game where things are not going to go your way. There's going to be times that you are going to drop the ball. There's going to be times that you are going to miss a assignment. But me growth from last year, I would just say like I have a next play mentality. So if something went wrong the play before, I would just worry about the next play. I wouldn't think too much about the past.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us, Casey.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you. Have a nice day, you guys.